Today, the first deck at least we're playing today is All Will Be One combo. This is big shout out to Frank Karsten for putting this on my radar and probably most people's radar. I think that this would have been undetected by many people without him talking about it. But the combo is this 5-mana enchantment. All will be one. Whenever you put one or more counters on a permanent player, it deals that much damage to target opponent, creature opponent controls, or planeswalker opponent controls. That kind of like Splinter Twin basically has no text, and it mostly just says when you have all will be one and quest for pure flame in play, and you deal your opponent 1 damage or put a counter on a permanent, you win the game. So quest for pure flame says whenever a source you control deals damage to an opponent, you may put a quest counter on quest for pure flame. So when that triggers, you put a counter here, which triggers all will be one to deal damage to your opponent, which triggers quest for pure flame, and you get to deal infinite damage. So it is true that after you get 2 of these, the game plan of this deck is to get both of these into play, and then either put a counter on Fable of the Mirror Breaker, or deal your opponent a damage with like Seasoned Pyromancer tokens, or a bolt effect. And so what's kind of nice about this deck is you're playing for Seal of Fire too, where Seal of Fire can just sit and play and deal your opponent damage immediately when you play All Will Be One, so you don't have to untap either. Beyond that, you are like just playing the green-red Ponza shell, and what's cool is that you have like a good amount of card selection filtering with 4 Spyro, 4 Fable, and Spyro and Fable are both like good enablers for the combo too, where the tokens can like just get you in 1 damage, and then Fable putting a counter on it triggers All Will Be One. And then you have Blood Moon and Fury to buy you time, slow the game down. Blood Moon obviously just, turn 2 Blood Moon just wins a lot of games. We also have access to Commune with Spirits. I might want to play the 4th copy. I had 4 in like an earlier draft, but I ended up thinking that like I'm not sure if you want to play 4 Commune with Spirits, 3 All Will Be One, or vice versa. Right? I'm just playing 3. But this lets you look at the top 4 cards of your library, put an enchantment or a land into your hand. And you have a ton of enchantments beyond just the combo pieces. You have Blood Moons, you have Fables, you have Utopia Sprawls, plus your 18 lands. So you have like 42 hits for Commune with Spirits, which is pretty good. Not playing an Emrakul because we have 4 Endurance. We get to play Obosh as a companion, which is really nice. Not hungover. Wow. We have the combo, easy keep. Dude, this deck has no lands, Spike. You forgot to put the lands in the deck. The deck is garbage, actually. Oh no, it seems like a fine. 6 here. So I think I'm either putting back Quest or Fury. Let's go to put back the Quest in our opening hand here on the draw. Coast Go. I'm just going to go ahead and go Utopia Sprawl on red. Oh. Well, hopefully Commune with Spirits can find us some lands. I don't know what my opponent's doing over there. Could be Hammer. Looks to be Hammer. I think that the combo is actually like a pretty important part of our plan in this matchup. Okay, they get Nettlesis, so maybe it's like, just Affinity, right? We'll see. Gonna try to find a red source with this. Seems like we've got a reader. Yeah, I just feel like every time I put a spell on the stack, my opponent has a blue mana, it always gets spell pierced. Could also take Blood Moon here. One issue is I'm bottoming 3 red sources, so I'm not like that likely to find a red source off this Commune with Spirits. But Blood Moon against the Saga seems really nice. Let's go for it. We're still like somewhat likely to find a red source here. Okay, we did find one. We also found another Blood Moon. Aria Flame, good with All We One. I'm not as good as like just the 1 mana infinite combo. You know what I mean? Aria Flame also lets you play a ton of instants and sorceries, which we're not currently playing. You also still have 2 cards in the combo. Yeah, again, this is kind of like Twin, where you're playing like kind of a fair strategy, and you will combo sometimes, and you'll play your normal strategy sometimes, and you'll like loot away the combo, loot into the combo. Yeah, the combo is all will be one, and then Quest for Pure Flame, plus dealing your opponent any amount of damage or putting any amount of counters on your permanents is infinite damage. And it is a 6 mana combo, but it is also like a 6 mana combo that doesn't get disrupted by creature removal. I know Twin is banned. I know it's like, you know, it's kind of like not a great frame of reference at the moment, but Twin is a 7 mana combo that does get disrupted by removal and is banned in the format. They played a second Saga? Dude, I'm getting spell pierced so hard. I'm getting so spell pierced. I can't believe it. There's like 0% chance I don't get spell pierced here, but what can I do? Literally, what could you do here besides play this Blood Moon? Let's go! They made a token. They made a token. I can't believe it. Why you have 2 forests? What? I'm a Blood Moon deck. I like to have a lot of forests. What are you talking about? Why do you have 2 forests? Okay, let me go Fable into Fury. I think I'm killing Construct Stoneforge. Because if I kill the Nettles, the Germ token, they're just going to equip over here. Maybe that'll be okay, though. It is also, of course, nice that the combo, you know, you have a lot of ways to loot away, loot into the combo. You can pitch the combo to Fury if it's not important. Access to Obosh. I was so sure I was getting spell pierced. I'm gonna loot away these 2, I think. Okay. Don't see much reason to bolt the Germ right now. What is the best 2-card combo in the modern metagame? You know, a lot of the combo decks right now are kind of 1-card combos. It's like Yawgmoth is, you know, maybe not like super accurate to call it a 1-card combo, but feels like it a lot of the time. Creativity is kind of a 1-card combo. Living End is kind of a 1-card combo. Or like, 1 card is not like you know what I mean. Like the whole deck is just kind of built to support that particular interaction. I guess we can go ahead and get some counters on our Quest for Pure Flame, and then put Obosh into our hand. Breach. Breach is usually a 3-card combo. Breach is usually Grinding Station. I mean, Grinding Station plus Breach is really the combo. Like technically, you need a 0-drop too, but you could probably call that a 2-card combo. Acolyte, 32 months, thank you. How did Nostrand hit me up? How did you feel this morning? I'm feeling fine. We had some pretty good attempts yesterday. We got hit on Ornstein and Smo, had some weirdness with the Drakes, and then I missed my jump to get to Ornstein and Smo, and the Silver Knight at the bottom hit me, but pretty good overall. Yeah, definitely a fun stream. Alright. Shout out to Blood Moon, huh? So let's bring in our 4 Nature's Claims and then think about everything else. I think I'm gonna trim 1 Blood Moon on the draw. I'll probably want 4 on the play. But definitely not super interested in drawing 2. And you have Nature's Claims for early sagas as well now. I think we could probably trim a Commune with Spirits, although Commune with Spirits digging for like the... It's probably fun to trim 1. I think I'm going to trim 1 each of each piece of the combo since I'm playing a more interactive plan post-board. Did I figure out I was going off the RNG? I didn't know. I know I said I was going to research. I don't know like when I thought I would do that. I just like went to sleep after the stream and then I woke up. and then, you know, it's like mess with the deck list. That being said, I have a really hard time imagining that my strategy of boning doesn't work, but I'll try to test it. We'll see. We can maybe test it before we start today's run, because I still have the save file that's right before ONS. Probably do that. If I remember. What's my strategy? Just like enter the arena and then Homeward Bone. I think that the cutscene messes with the RNG of Ornstein. And so I think just walking in Homeward Boning will mitigate that risk or stop that from happening. Is the game tracker broken? I don't think so, maybe. Can't see it under the chat. Yeah, but sometimes it's a little slow. Is there an attractive into decks with more one-drop? Thoughtseize, Push, Thought Scour. Is that shell viable? I think it's like way worse than the more domain-focused version, playing Leyline Binding, Shadow Prophecy. Like, Leyline Binding is a better one-mana interactive spell than Thoughtseize. And that's largely because it's going to answer a lot of like the really problematic cards for you, like Rest in Peace, like Relic of Progenitus, Dothy Voidwalker. It answers all of like the permanent base disruption that wrecks you, while also just being a really good interactive spell. And then Shadow Prophecy is like a much better card filtering, card advantage spell than Thought Scour. Thought Scour does like let you have more like potential net draws. Wait, what? They were Hammer? They were Hammer the whole time? What did I expect? I thought they were blue-white affinity. It's like the Nettlecyst really threw me off, I guess. I don't think they have a hammer. I could just be really wrong. Why would they get hammer if they didn't have Sigardizade? Well, I just thought that they were blue-white affinity. Like the combination of Spell Pierce plus main deck Nettlecyst, which is not very common, made me think that they were just blue-white affinity instead of hammer. It's not like they're true to target. Like Nettlecyst is not in every deck list. It's not that uncommon, I suppose. But it was also the main deck Spell Pierce, so it was like two, like, you know, obviously could be hammer, but somewhat techie deviations. Yeah, I agree. I think this deck's like position or like viability is going to be tied to how good Blood Moon is, but I think Blood Moon is currently pretty good. Could see fourth Commune over Bolt. Yeah. We talked about this at the beginning, but I might want to play the fourth Commune. But does anybody have the Demonic Tutors clip? Can we play the Demonic Tutors clip about tutors explaining a spike stream? Okay, thankfully not getting ballisted here. I think we have to play the Fable, as much as I'd love to Boseiju the Scales. Would have loved to win the die roll. The whole point of the deck is to double the damage a few times, castable for GG. No, all will be one, and the one Quest for Pure Flame, they go infinite with each other. If you put a counter on any permanents, deal your opponent any amount of damage. But I found a Ballista. Kills my Arbor Elf. There's all will be one. Hopefully you find the quest. I'm going to go ahead and I think discard these two. Alright, let's cast Commune of Spirits to plan this turn out a little bit. Blood Moon seems like a pretty good plan. I cut them off green, I turn off their Nexus, I kill their Saga. I could also Fury pre-combat. I think that potentially Fury post-combat would be better. If they go like block Hangerback Walker, then have 3 1/1s in play. Because I think that's what they're gonna do. And then the Welding Jar like saves Ballista, but then the Fury trades for the 1/1s and the Jar. Although yeah, if they just take it here, then I'm just like, I'm not gonna pitch the Fury. So I got Hardcast next turn. It's kind of bad if they put a counter on the Hangerback Walker, but they can save it with the Welding Jar anyways. So let's just pass back. I think this could be wrong. I need to bookmark the Demonic Tutors clip. Ooh, maybe just Dead to Ravager. Yeah, super dead. Alright, tough. Maybe I should have cast the Fury there. I think it was okay to wait, like, kind of high roll a bit. But maybe better to use it. I do think the combo is pretty good in the matchup. Let me think. Could sideboard somewhat similarly. Trim a Moon. Trim a Commune. Trim just combo piece. Kind of makes kind of sense. Obviously very similar matchup. Call in 35 months, but thank you. Magus 2. I think that because I'm bringing in 4 Nature's Claims, although maybe it's less true against Scales. I think I'd rather like trim, like 3 copies of Moons feels like a pretty good number. I could be wrong. Moon could be better against Scales than it is against Hammer. Could be good to like just go down all the communes since the cantrips are kind of slow in this matchup. But like, you know, when you still have 3 Moons in your deck with this configuration, and you can still turn 2 Moon pretty often. Thank you, Kabu. Yeah, this is Tutors describes.
I watched him play this deck on stream, and he played against. I watched him play against Scam, and the first 20 minutes of every Spike stream is just him defending his deck. Everyone's just like, you should play this, you should play this, you should play this. Your deck sucks. You need to add this. You need to add 4 Mistress Baubles. Blah 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 blah. It is the funniest fucking thing. And then like, he spends 20 minutes fighting off everybody, and then his chat starts talking about ban requests. Then it's like, what do you think? This card should be banned. And then they go back to attacking the deck, right? And then after maybe about the 3rd game at the deck, Spike's already moving on to the next deck.
This verse so accurate. Dude, what an insane start against me. Turn 0 Nature's Claim, my Utopia Sprawl. Oh my gosh, and that's right, I need to do this post-combat. Thankfully I have the 4 extra life, huh? We've got the combo, but like I can't even kill this because of Ward 2, because I'm missing my mana, because I'm missing my mana here. Ugh. Gross game. Maybe I need to just kill the Welding Jar end of turn. That's probably true. Have I seen the Boseiju popping up? We were doing some work on him. Yeah, I mean, yes, yes. We've seen them. They're fine. Okay, so they sack the Hangerback Walker. Can I just Sealed Fire the Ravager here? Seems like they see that, although I'm pretty boned. Alright. I don't know. That draw lined up so well against mine. The turn 0 Nature's Claim was just unreal. Rough. It's okay if we draw red Source. Let's keep. Would Defiler of Instinct make sense? Turns off Obosh and is like low card quality in general. Clever Pig, 10 months, thank you. Not that into it really. Seal of Fire too good. Would have kept 7. I think they're conceding the match. Yeah, I didn't answer for the Ragavan, so like, let's just go to the next game. Are they playing? They're playing? What? What the hell's going on? The classic concede game 1 so your opponent doesn't know how to sideboard against your strategy. Misclick keep. Yeah, maybe they misclicked keep on like a 0 lander or something. Can I explain the combo? All be 1 plus 1 mana enchantment plus any counters or any damage is infinite damage. Plus for pure flame. Rob, 11 months, thank you. There's also, you know, like at the beginning of the stream. Don't think this Arbor Elf is likely long for this world. Thank you, Doc. Pro is typically very good against green-red decks. I've light up the stage. Okay. Love to find a Fury. I'm gonna discard Commune with the Spirits and all will be 1. Just try to get a little bit of board presence here. Looting away the combo. It's okay. I think that was probably necessary, and can loot away the Blood Moon here. Oh, they're 8 blast. Mis-sequencing here. You should not play your land before the synthesizer in the spot. Okay, Ragavan, as per usual, the worst card possible. Might not even be cast this turn. Unless you know your next one, yeah, sure. But even then, it's like unlikely. Bad sequencing. Or it's right, likely bad sequencing. So the other next card is a Saga, which they can't play because they played their land first. So they likely just cast Ragavan, attack with their Swift Spears, re-chump. Love to find a Fury. Whoa! They must have a Bolt. I'm just gonna make them use it, I guess. I don't know. Don't get to cast the Ragavan. No cards in their hand. Yeah, definitely still trying to play a more interactive game here, so I think I'm gonna loot away my mood and my quest here. I guess no, this is at the very least gonna be Saga Insurance. We've got to find an answer to the Channeler at some point. Oh, they're not playing Gigantha. Where's their Gigantha? Fury, maybe. I don't think they had Fury, or I don't think they had Gigantha game 1 either. I think I might just double Seal of Fire the stupid Channeler. I think I'll let them attack first. They also didn't sack their Synthesizer, which is good for me. I like Haggle over Gigantha. Oh, I think you can play Haggle with Gigantha, right? Okay, we have the Blood Moon to deal with that. Also turns off the Den. I don't think we need second Forest in play. Yeah, everything's just 1 green. Blood Moon seems pretty sus here, no cap. My opponent conceded game 1 without playing a single card. And so I didn't sideboard. But they're also a Saga deck. Could maybe have main phased, Seal of Fire. I really don't feel like my opponent has a burn spell. I could just get blown out here, but I don't have to read that they have one. Probably should just main phased it though. So a triple block I get pretty blown out. I guess I'm just gonna chump. Could have also just taken 2, but they got a lot of burn in their deck. Okay, so do I want to Obosh here, or do I want a Seasoned Pyromancer token? I think I like Seasoned Pyromancer token a bit more, since that actually lets me get the Swift Spear off the field. Doc, 31 months, thank you. Keep it for Fable. I mean, I think playing it out like with Seasoned Pyromancer in mind is as important as I guess, yeah, maybe keeping it for Fable is a bit better. Bolts the Pyromancer. Then probably Pirate Spell Bombs with an Elemental token. Not the end of the world. As soon as my opponent starts sacrificing these synthesizers, we'll be in worse shape. We also have plenty of great top decks, and we still have Obosh as a companion. We have their utility lands turned off, including their sagas. I think that I'm supposed to Spyro token over Obosh, since if I draw a land, I can just cast Obosh immediately. Yeah, I agree. I'm pretty happy that they did this instead of just blasting me for 5. Yeah, we have Obosh. I'm gonna put a point in front here. Keep that life total high. Hope my opponent's last card might be an Urza Saga, the way they just haven't played anything. Okay, I did draw the land. Could feel it coming. Obosh is likely pretty safe, but also getting in for 1 damage against the Ragavan deck. I don't know. You know, they could go Shrapnel Blast my Obosh. I might want to jump after that. A lot of good top decks. Fury, Spyro, Fable. They did have the Shrapnel Blast. Into a land. Probably take 2. Against the Ragavan deck. What a weird game. Alright, good top deck though. Thankful they don't have Gigantha. Gigantha would be a huge problem this game. They do a top deck Light of the Stage is pretty good. Into Mountain Swift Spear. Or aren't they just going face? I mean, my opponent conceded game 1 without playing any cards. They're not playing Gigantha. I don't know. I think they're playing suboptimally. I think that their decision to like not blast me was suboptimal, but it wasn't like the most like ridiculously bad play either. Just gonna get in. I know I could leave back the 1/1 for Ragavan. Guess that's better because it doesn't really change the clock. They also they just like haven't used Mana the Sex Synthesizer for like several turns. Yeah, weirdly enough, Bloodmoon pretty relevant. I think that they have a Saga in their hand. Oh damn it, Max punished. Schrodinger's Ragavan. I guess Ragavan could have been the card that was back too. That actually made a lot of sense. I think they already played a land, right? If the last card's a red card... Oh no! They have the land! Well... That's on me. I shouldn't have attacked with the token. Hard to imagine getting more punished than this, though. So Endurance is pretty good against them. They have a hard time dealing with it in their Channeler deck. I want some answers for Saga. I think I can probably play the first copy of Blood Moon because I like that it also turns off their Dens. So we're maybe like 1 Saga, 2 Nature's Claims. And then do just Trim on the combo. It's the aggro deck. Play against 3 aggro decks in a row. But I played super patiently with the Ragavan too. I just kind of didn't feel like they had it, but that was the mystery card. Let's keep this. A lot of burn against. We have the combo and a lot of burn against the aggro deck here. Did I experiment playing Land Destruction and Karns? Nope. I don't know. Like, so like one thing is, you know, I'm still pretty early in my testing phase here, but like Land Destruction plus like Pillage is like just not a very good effect in this deck or in Modern in general. It's just not like particularly main deckable, you know. But it's also like Karn turns off Obosh. Karn doesn't synergize with the combo. Karn is like just, in my opinion, not that good in Ponza in the first place, where like obviously you can turn 2 with the Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl, which makes it a bit better. It's like it's okay, but it's like Karn is much worse in Ponza than it is in like Tron or Coffers or Titan decks with like much more big mana. But people also say stuff like this, like Spike, have you tried, you know, like 10 cards different? And I don't feel like there's a ton of wiggle room in the list. You know, your combo's taking up 8 slots. This is definitely not a deck that I feel like is just full of different ways to build it, you know. Like you need the burn spells for the combo. I think the 3 drops are all really mandatory. You have your acceleration. You'd have to be playing Karn Land Destruction spells over like Fury Commune, I guess, which is just, you know, not that into it. Probably too long an answer to that comment, to be honest. It wasn't that deep, as per usual. Okay, a simple no, Spike, just simple no. We're gonna go for the combo though. Definitely gonna go for the combo here. 1 land away. Seasoned Pyromancer seems like a discard a lot of obby ones. I mean, I think that's the nice thing is like you get to like loot into the combo, loot away the combo when you need it, you know. But sure. Perfect. I don't know what they can even have here because I don't. They would have to have like 3 Shrapnel Blasts or something to kill me. But short of that, I think we're just going to kill him next turn. Does the neon sign buzz quite loudly, or do I know? It's super loud. It's incredibly loud, but I've got several software and $10,000 audio equipment that turns the microphone sound off. Yeah, this is a combo. Yeah, you can actually completely auto yield through it, which is nice. I replaced Gemstone Caverns with 2 more Blast Zones and 1 Garden. Wow, Gemstone Caverns has been like one of the best cards in the deck. Gardens is kind of cool though. I'm definitely down to experiment with Gardens, but I don't know. I'll give it. It could be good. Okay. Dude, no, don't triple blast me, please, opponent, please. I can't take it. I can't take Galvanic Blast double Shrapnel Blast this turn. I just, like... What did I ever do to you? Okay, they didn't get a Springleaf drum. I guess they already have 1 drum in play. Bioprodigy, 14 months? Like, why else would they ever be blasting with the Saga trigger on the stack there, you know what I mean? Thank you, Bioprodigy. Pizza, 24 months, thank you. They can't with drum. They need 1 more mana right now. They need to play land. But I thought they were going to get the drum there. Dude, please, I just can't take the tank, blast ya. Please, opponent, do not dare kill me here. Thank you. Oh, thank you, opponent. I'm alive. I've never been happier to be alive. Okay, we could deal the damage with the attack here, but the Seal of Fire also works. Alright, always yes. Always yield. Save targets, always yield. This is like the best infinite combo because you like literally don't, you can just save targets. It's awesome. I don't think I've ever played a combo that does this. Yeah, this is the anti-dark pool. No, the game is literally playing itself. The AI is taking over. AI is taking over. Should attack first in case they blow up your all will be one in response. Response deal. If my opponent has Force of Vigor green card, unbounded loop detected. Automated decisions. What? What? Did you see that notification? Unbounded loop detected? Magic Online, please! How do you stop it? By them being dead. Trying to nerf the combo. I mean, it is good to have the detection there. That's funny though. AI thankfully not taking over. You would have you could play Arbor, you could play Ragavan over Arbor Elf if you disagree though. But I think that Arbor Elf is better in this deck. Is Obosh better than Ridden 6? Yeah, I was thinking about that. We could try Ridden 6 in the shell for sure. Like Ridden 6 definitely does feel like a card I'd like to play. Obosh is also, you know, it's a companion. Companions are broken. It's a conversation. But also, like, one thing that's cool about Ridden 6 is it would maybe let you play Saga, and Saga also, like, is a kill condition with your combo, which is kind of interesting to me. How do you beat Leyline of Sanctity? Boseiju Nature's Claim. Yeah, Rin also starts the combo. And then Rin also is, like, if you don't have Quest for Pure Flame, it's, like, 4 damage into 5 damage with all will be one in play. I thought about playing Kiora too, but I think my addiction to Kiora needs a little bit of time off. Mostly looking for a land here. I think I'll take a land over anything else. Don't know what my opponent's doing. Picked up cards for Razor. Any changes? Yeah, I haven't made changes since I played the list. We'll be playing it again at some point. Likely with small changes each time, but if you have like general blue-red control cards, you know, that's all you really need. The number of Fables is kind of like the biggest question mark at the moment. Oh, they're playing the brought back deck. They're playing the Norn deck, I think. Oh, wow. Probably a horrible matchup. Maybe the combo's good, though. You have Binding. Yeah, you were totally right, Ren. Okay, but they are playing different triumphs than I was playing. I think I was playing this one at first. Maybe they're probably on a slightly different build, right? Could Nissa voices in the card be a good way to add counters and go wide or just weak overall? I don't think that you have enough support for Nissa. It's weak overall, and you don't have enough like small creatures for Nissa in the deck already. But this is why Obosh is also like the perfect companion. Like, it's like the conversation of like Rin and 6 versus Obosh is like a very, very like tricky and nuanced. Ooh, yeah, they are a different version. But like this conversation is like complicated and nuanced, and like there's a lot of ins and there's a lot of outs to the case, and Obosh is just the perfect companion. It always feels like you're really giving something up for it. We could take a hit from this Fury. I don't want to be really mana inefficient and just bolt this turn. Doesn't one trigger when you plus any planeswalker? Do you need to go all in on its effect though? If you're playing Nissa Voice of Zendikar, you have to go all in on its effect. Like why? Like you have yes for your planeswalker still has to be good in your deck. Like this is like an incredibly weak planeswalker in this shell, and there are plenty of other planeswalkers to choose from. Bolting does play around Ephemerate. Yeah, I know, but I still think it's like just way too mana inefficient of a line. Well, maybe I'm supposed to get Mountain here because I don't want to discard the Land of Fable. Like their deck is like not very aggressive. I can take 6. Only had 1 in my meta, a bunch of Stony Silence Collector. Oh yeah, I mean that makes more sense for the Blast ones for sure. I would say if your local meta has a lot of Stony Silence oofs, you're braver than I for playing the deck. Yeah, Kiora seems interesting for the shell. Like it's good with Utopia Sprawl. It's good with it deals like 7 damage with all B1, but it doesn't. I think minusing doesn't trigger all B1, which is a problem. Okay, Solitude pitch Norn. Pitching Norn is wild here. Can you Seal of Fire to answer the Solitude if they like brought back or something? 4 mana. The Hiri, cool. Their deck is awesome. And they get to draw a card. Hiri's pretty good. They get to draw a card and then threaten to bring back Solitude next turn. Dang, why isn't Hiri good when they play it and bad when I play it, huh? Just discard Stomping Ground. Ooh. Give me that Stomping Ground back, huh? So I guess I wait on the Lightning Bolt because I don't want them to just throw the Fury back at me right now. They're dead to a land. So I'm gonna try Nahiri again. Yeah, I mean, I was like, honestly, when I was playing Nahiri in the Mardu deck, like, I liked Nahiri, but I think the shell overall was kind of mid. Alright, you forced my hand, opponent. If they hit me for 6, it's not that big a deal, I guess. Yeah, the new Tyvar is really good. I really need to play more Tyvar decks, but... Juan is the best set for brewing in the longest time. There are just so many cards to play with. It's awesome. Like, Tyvar is the best card from the new set, and I haven't played it in 2 weeks, because there's just, like, so much other stuff to mess around with. It's awesome. Round of Rebirth is not close to playable Modern. It's a Pioneer card, though. I'm sorry. It is cool, though. Goodbye, Obosh. No one played Tyvar at the PT. Tyvar's probably pretty sick in Pioneer. I love my opponent's deck. That doesn't stop my combo, right? It does double up their Solitude triggers, though. That's okay. Flavor battle? Yeah, okay, I don't really know what's going on in the lore. I can see that this is Elishnorn. Is this Nissa? Nissa, what are you doing? The Phyrexians are the bad guys. Okay, this time because they have mana up for Leyline Binding. Also, I'll attack with my Elemental tokens to play around Leyline Binding. Although I guess they could just like Binding this in response, but then I do have another one in my hand. You can possibly play this combo in a more blue controller shell. Yeah, I do actually think you could play this like just in like a twin style shell. I think it's like not likely to be very good, but it is cool that it's like really resilient to interaction, and it's like when you compare it to twin, this is 6 mana compared to twin 7 mana. Although you do need to deal your opponent a damage still, but maybe. Always yes, always yield. Save targets, always yield. Enchantress Shells top end win con. The thing about Enchantress is like, you don't need more good top end. More good top end is like, dude, we played around. We did it through binding. Let's go. More good top end is pretty, or just not that relevant, you know. I have like 28 months, thank you. Then they mess it up. Yeah, they needed to get rid of my quest for Pure Flame in response, but it's like really hard for them to see that line if they like haven't played against it before and like they're targeting the 5 mana enchantments of the 1 mana one. Cool deck, thanks you too. Thanks you too. Could bring in Endurance against brought back plus the Hiri. Blood Moon's probably not that good. It's probably not that bad either. I think I'll probably trim a couple copies. 2 is probably a pretty good number. The first Nature's Claim is probably okay against the bindings. Don't want more than like 1 maybe. Let's do like 1/1/1. Could probably trim on the burn a little bit. And play like second Endurance. Dark Souls runs yesterday actually went pretty well. We did 3 runs. I started with a free shot. We got hit on Ornstein and Smo. Then we got hit on the Drakes. Then we got hit. We're gonna mulligan this. Then we got hit right before Ornstein and Smo, and like a pretty upsetting hit. But overall, really good. Overall, really good for drinking tequila and kind of getting back into the swing of things. We've been like really consistently getting to Anor Londo lately. And then I think we kind of have a small improvement on our Ornstein and Smo strategy as well. Liver Twitch Prime, green with the 2 months, thank you. Awesome death, very cool. Yeah, 52 hits is not too bad honestly for early attempts. Sounds like about where I was honestly. A program to keep track of your hits while you're training. They're like a program that detects your hits. Because there's there's like software for like hit counters, but it's all manual. I don't know how exactly you'd code that. There may be something though. I haven't seen anything online. Yeah, because like detecting fall damage as a hit would likely be a problem. Yeah, if they brought back Kill My Quest, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So if I play Fable, then they can ephemerate the Wismere onto Fable too, which is not ideal. Seal of Fire doesn't kill Wismere. I can Fury Wismere, which feels like a bit of a spew. I think I'm just going to allow them to ephemerate kill the Fable. This uses my mana the most efficiently, and they get to draw a card. It's not like I'm blanking the ephemerate if I were to... I'm going to hold the Seal of Fire too. It's not like I'm blanking the ephemerate if I was to like not play the Fable here. My hand's also like solid, and the looting effect isn't that relevant, but... like if they only have the Whisper in play, I think I don't play the Fable. But I like getting the mana generation here. I think that's pretty relevant, and they kill my Fable instead of drawing a card, and that's just gonna have to be okay. Might cut all my Blood Moons for game 3. Seems like they're just Boros. They have Elish Norn, that card's going to be tough to beat. Top Red, thank you for the 3 months. Fury's not too good, but it's not too bad necessarily. We have our own Fury in our hand. Also Drizzle with the 28, King Corju with the 13, thank y'all. Glad you liked the stream. welcome. Alright, let's just take Mountain, play Seal Fire, and then maybe we get to like Endurance block Wispmare. I don't think I want to trade. I guess trading Endurance for Fury is fine because the Wall of Omens like really stonewalls the Wall of Omens really stonewalls the Endurance. But if I get to get rid of the Wispmare, then I'm okay with this. Probably happy enough to shuffle like 3 touchlines back into the deck also. Prime, Twitch Prime, thank you so much. Prime with the Twitch Prime, huh? Kind of looks like they have the Touch the Spirit Realm. Saw a really interesting Obosh list of Splash Whites, the Guido's Timeless Dragon. Yeah, didn't it like win the challenge? I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, Timeless Dragon was interesting there. Was it really not playing Blood Moon? I think this is a fine trade for us. That's a fine top deck, if I do say so. Do I want to Seal of Fire the Wispmare? I think yes. Like, stop thinking for me, go Ephemerate, that's pretty nice. Thankfully, they don't brought back, huh? Just go Obosh with Teferi. Yeah, it was just like a light blue splash for Teferi. Like, I thought that was interesting. It was a cool list. Fury and Fury and Fury and Fury. I might just discard this to Spyro, get an extra blocker. There's not really too many enchantments besides Fable that would be a great hit here. I'll save this Fury to hardcast. Need to get some Tums. I was looking for them last night, actually. Let's see if I can find them. Hold on. Okay. Got to block. They have Chalice Sword 1? That's pretty good. Can't even Nature's Claim it. Turns out they're Ephemerates, though. Kind of something. Turns off my quest combo, so all will be one is pretty bad without me being able to get my quest down. I have 1 Boseiju in the deck. I just went with Obosh though. We'll see. This triggers off Fable tokens. They have another binding. Sure. Last card is hopefully nothing too bad. They started playing something and stopped, so I don't know what that could be. I think my play is just always gonna be Blood Moon Obosh here. Solitude? Why would they even think about main phasing that though? Could be it though. If they have Solitude, they have Solitude. I'm gonna jam here. Okay, there you have it. Alright. Oops. yeah, failed our chalice check. It's actually like really relevant because of our looting effects too. How many Furies do I have left? Still 3? No, 4, 2, 2. Don't cast it. Don't cast the elf. Probably almost concession time. Not super prepped for this matchup, which is obviously like, you know, always the big strength of Boros is like nobody has any cards for you. Let's go to game. Let's just go game 3. I think these moons are bad, like actively bad. I don't. My only answer to Chalice is Boseiju. They probably don't have a ton of Chalices on the board, but they are really good against Miha. No, Endurances also seem pretty bad. Like, obviously it stops brought back, but they're a Wall of Omens deck. Moonstop Samaria if they have it. Yeah, we can play 1. I think I'm down for like Second Nature's Claim against the Bindings. Endurance still, it's brought back. I think we can still play a couple copies. It's not like we have like an abundance of other options. Need more Claim. Well, Claim doesn't stop Chalice. It only hits Binding, and like against a deck with like only 4 targets, it's not very good. Which is why I only had 1, but I'm bringing in 2 because like I think the Blood Moons are pretty bad. But we just don't have like many options, to be honest. Not prepped for the brought back metagame yet. Gotta dodge Chalice. But again, they probably don't have too many Chalices. I could be wrong. It could be on 4 Chalice on the side. Not quite on time, Utopia Sprawl, but better late than never, I guess. Obosh vs. Rid was a hard decision. Yeah, Obosh vs. Rid was difficult. I'm not sure that I made the right call. But this is, you know, kind of the fun. Obosh is the perfect companion. Obosh, it always feels like you have. It always feels like it is like a real decision, you know. Could be maybe better to save the bolt to loot away, but they're, you know. I think it's also fine to high roll an aggro kill, right? And we're gonna have plenty of 1-drops to loot away. Sure, I don't think minus abilities count, but +1s do. Rin 6 would be really good though. I'm not sure exactly how I would build the deck for Rin 6. It might just be like the communes leave for Rin 6. They feel like in kind of a similar purpose, where they like let you hit your land drops and you can play only 18 lands, but there's more to it than that, of course. So sad. Just gonna reduke this, play Infinite Fable, the Mirror Breakers. Would Rin 6 enable more Boseijus? In the sideboard, probably over the main deck, but yeah. I'm not a big fan of like main decking multiples. We played versus Reed in a tournament. Not in paper, I think. I don't think I've ever played Reed in paper. I've met Reed in person once. And that was the best damn day of my entire life. Here he's really good. A couple Blood Raids with Ren. I don't know why. Oh boy, we found Boseiju. Huge. Too bad we discarded this. We'll find one eventually. Fury's really big top deck too. I'm probably gonna play that this turn. Kill the Nihiri. Yeah, Reed is, you know, I mean, all my interactions with Reed has just been very nice and friendly, and does a great job managing the Channel Fireball team. Any changes for Color Mary after playing in yesterday? Do you find it difficult to close with only low power creatures? I don't find it difficult to close. You have a really good late game. You're just a control deck, right? But you got a Celestial Colonnade. I think the list is pretty good. I think that there was something I wanted to change in the sideboard. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I like the main deck for the most part. Yeah, Wizards brought back Pro Tours. The first one was last weekend, and Reed freaking Duke won. It was awesome. Nassif top 82. We met Benton. Benton was the coolest ever. Okay, pitch here. Hopefully they don't have brought back. Ephemerate is thankfully turned off. Yeah, Lamau. That's Benton's catchphrase. Yeah, Shota top 8s too, of course. Shota's so good. Love Shota. Those have brought back. Pretty good. 3 cards in hand still. I think it's just kind of an easy play. All will be won this turn. Don't need to Boseiju. Don't even want to Boseiju the Chalice until I'm ready to play Quest. Oh yeah, the blue-black dragon control, that brings me back. Oh, it's like instant nostalgia. Nihiri. Bring back Seasoned Pyromancer maybe. Lantern of Insight, great username. Thank you for the 8 months. Discards 2 Leyline Bindings? Let's go. Love to see that. They might think that they're just like really safe from the all will be one combo because it seemed pretty safe last game. I have to take 8. I can take 8 though. The training builds with other synergies all be one besides infinite combos. So I think that Renin 6 might be better than Obosh. Obosh is pretty broken, Renin 6 is pretty broken. That's why Obosh is the perfect companion. You're always giving something up. Opens up the sideboard options like Chalice to Ancient Grudge potentially. Are they going to play into the Chalice? Yes. I would never accidentally play a 1-drop into Chalice. We're digging. What's the combo? The combo is all be one plus Quest for Pure Flame is infinite damage. 2 cards, 6 mana on enchantments, not too bad. Draw a card, discard a card. That's pretty good. Opponent is dead to us top decking Quest though. Could maybe flash an Endurance here. I think that I'm gonna. I guess they don't have anything to bring back with Nihiri. For this turn, I can like Spyro plus Endurance if I want. I can also Obosh, which doesn't really do a ton. Does she trigger damage? I can deal damage with my attack. Doesn't really matter, I think. Force turns off Obosh is the problem. We should endurance ourselves. I don't know that that's true. We have one good card in the graveyard. We have one quest, 2, 3, 4. But we're shuffling like 10 bad ones. I don't know if that's we should. I don't really have a heuristic for it, I guess. Come on, quest for Pure Flame. Buys me some time, though. Oh, no, they're just going to bring back their Fury and kill me. Never mind. Yeah, I really had to top deck it there. So, yeah. I guess I was supposed to chump block. I was supposed to chump block there. Tough match. Alright, we got the combo. Keep... Look for like a Blood Moon or a Fable off the Commune. I guess we'll just take land number 5 instead. Over, under, on endurance, and then in response to Nora, since the Nihiri in their deck not in play. They did have Nihiri in play, but they had no creatures in their yard. So we beat Hammer in round 1. Oh, sorry, I should have played Heath instead. Shouldn't be that big a deal. So I think I'm going to hope that I'm not getting hammered this turn. I'm getting hammered next turn. And then I'll be able to channel Sokenzan for tokens for damage here. Scared of that Inkmoth Nexus. I think Shock passing makes it less likely they'll go in on the Inkmoth Nexus here. Well, I guess the problem now is that my opponent has 2 blockers for my tokens here. So I can't win, right? But if they do that, that's a lot better for me, assuming that they only have 1 hammer. I could draw Fury to win. Let's go! Let's freaking go. Let me go ahead and do this pre-combat. I feel like they'd never ever save their Ornithopter even if they have a hammer. Deck tech for Turb. If you have posted the link in chat, I'd be happy to take a look. So nice that you don't have to click through the combo, although apparently it does kind of break Magic Online. Let's go. Summon the Fury to our hand. Big Papa, huh? Okay, there's a lot I really dislike about the list. The biggest being that this card is terrible in your deck. You're playing like Stitcher Supplier. You have a lot of cards that don't work with Doran, and Doran's like already a pretty mediocre card. Like you're playing a lot of 1/1s in your Doran deck, which is very weird to me. Alright, let me bring in these Nature's Claims, and then I think I sideboarded like this last time. I think I liked it. Okay, so one thing about Doran too is Arcades is like mostly a better effect than Doran, although you have to be in on Defenders, which you're not playing any Defenders, which would be, I guess. Also, I guess this works with Coco, but I just don't really understand exactly what it is you're trying to do here. Like on a very surface level, you have like little to no interaction outside of Grist. Your clock is incredibly slow. Like I don't even know that you can possibly kill by turn 4. You're a deck that's just trying to beat down by turn 5, and these kind of like this kind of formula deck that can never win the game by turn 4 and has like almost no interaction is usually like a really bad formula for a deck where you are just going to have a really, really hard time against decks like Hammer and Titan and Tron and Livigan and Cascade and like Yawgmoth and like these any amount of linear decks are just going to be an absolute nightmare for you with this kind of configuration. Additionally, I really dislike when people play Stitcher Supplier in decks like this, where like there's not a single card that you can mill over for value. You have cards that can get milled over, and then you can unearth them, or Vesperlark them and get like a little bit ahead on mana. But you've like used your Stitcher Supplier is like not quite worth a card. Like Supplier needs to have like, in my opinion, in my experience, we're just dead. My opinion, experience, you need to have cards that you can mill over and provide value when they're in the graveyard. I would like basically never play Stitcher Supplier in a deck like this. I like Spellskite as a card at the moment. I also really dislike that you're playing 4 Harbingers with only 1 tutor target. This card is like pretty underpowered. Like it is very good with Doran because it turns into a 3/3, but I think it's still underpowered in general. Tetsuko is pretty good, but it's also like not necessarily that Modern is about, attacking and getting through all your opponent's blockers. And then this also like causes you to splash a 4th color, which is really hard on the mana base. Can tutor Forest. That is something, yeah, that is something. Can tutor Orvar too. Can tutor Orvar, so that's kind of nice. I like that. Birds of Paradise is probably worse than Esper Sentinel in this list. Maybe not, but it's like, I'm not a big Birds of Paradise fan. Huh. How do you feel about this hand? I think I actually feel pretty good about it, or like good enough about it. We have an early bolt. If we find a land, Fable the Mirror Breaker will give us mana for our combo. And we're already on 6. So decks like this, it's tough for me to offer like a lot of feedback here, where there's just like so much I would do differently that like I don't like. As far as like direction goes, things become a bit more convoluted, I think. I did have a Defender deck that I actually thought was pretty good. I can pull that up real quick, maybe give you some ideas from that. Gotta draw that land, huh? Could have played the quest. I thought holding a bolt was kind of nice too. Although now I'm definitely have to play the quest. Need to draw lands pretty badly. Ensnaring Bridge, yeah, Ensnaring Bridge seems really good. I like the idea of like Ensnaring Bridge. That's some amount of interaction. Still a big problem. Give me that Blood Moon back, huh? Sprawl's not good enough. Really needed to be a land. Really needed to be a land. Lord of the Bananas, 12 months, thank you. Okay, why can't I find this Defender list though? Hold on. I like the Defender deck. Is it just not in the stream deck? Or, well, there it is. There it is. Okay. So yeah, I was playing Tyvar plus Overgrown Battlement plus Axebane Guardian. This deck was awesome. I really like this deck. Kind of bad against Titan, but Titan seems to be dying down again, so it could be a good time for wall combo again. Okay, opponent's finding Shadow Spear. I guess I'm just taking 15 if they don't have another hammer, and then hoping to draw Ancient Grudge. Sorry, Nature's Claim. But they have the other hammer. Tough match, tough match. That's okay. Let's go and run back for at least one more. I want to form a little bit more of a opinion here.